Welcome to Talent on Tap. My name is Brendan Brown. I lead the recruiting team here at LinkedIn. And today we're talking about search kickoff, hiring manager intake, however you want to talk about it, the beginning of recruitment and what we need to do as recruiters to ensure that we're setting ourselves up to be incredibly successful. Doing a really great intake meeting is one of the most important and often missed opportunities to gain credibility quickly with the business, with the hiring managers. So we're gonna share with you a little bit about what we do here at LinkedIn. And we've got a couple different forms. And not that I'm a form guy, but this is really a framework and a lot of thought starters for things that we believe are important to tackle right away when you're sitting down with the hiring manager. This is when we need to slow down to go fast and assert ourselves as leaders. Be clear, you are an expert in talent. You understand these processes. Not everybody does, not every hiring manager does, not every interviewer does, and they want and crave advice and guidance. Let's give it to them. So this is our sort of checklist around the things we want to tackle. First big chunk is around the role, which is pretty straightforward and obvious for most folks. But in this section, there's a few points that I love to spend time on, is really understanding the business need for this role. And does your team understand exactly what's happening with this role? Do teammates, colleagues, other stakeholders realize that you're opening up this job, why you're gonna fill it, what the need is, and what the impact will be on the team? Then we get into qualifications a bit, basic qualifications, preferred qualifications. Here I really wanna know, what are the must-haves? What are the nice-to-haves? And the line between must-haves and nice-to-haves, in my experience, gets blurred when you don't drive clarity and you don't ensure that everyone who's helping interview is clear on what the must-haves are. So getting crisp on that and then communicating is absolutely clear and paramount. We also have a section on training or capability and a bunch of questions herein, which start with, does your team even know how to interview? If people haven't been through interview training, they sure as heck should go through it and make sure that you're sort of being the gatekeeper in terms of who's gonna be put in front of candidates. Next big chunk is around partnership, where I'll dig in a minute, but it covers priority, feedback, communication, expectations in the interview team. And then the last section is around next steps. You can download this, use it. I would love to hear what other people use in terms of frameworks for this stuff. I think it's a great tool to have just to get your brain going, because there's so many questions that we need to know and understand. One of the most important parts and that I enjoy talking about the most is establishing trust right away with a hiring manager. Back to asserting ourselves. We all work in talent acquisition. Everyone wants a seat at the table. Pick whatever cliche you want. These are the things that me as a hiring manager, when a recruiter works with me in this capacity, I feel confident. I feel trust in that person. I know they have my best interest and the company's best interest in mind. So make no mistake, you have a powerful voice and you need to use it in the way that you see fit. And develop your own voice. You don't have to be really hardline about it. Definitely don't be soft about it. Be yourself, but that's really, really key. Another part on partnership is around the interview process and getting back to the nice to haves and must haves. The interview team must understand this role in depth and make sure that if you see anyone you think is concerned or maybe understand there's some politics, or maybe there's someone on the interview panel who's not happy that this job is even being opened. I mean, all sorts of scenarios happen where people's emotions get involved, but you need to have that interview panel aligned. So when you do that, everyone needs to know what this role is all about, the must-haves, nice-to-haves, the criticality of it, the impact on the organization. So nailing this stuff up front is one of the most important, and like I said, often overlooked steps in ensuring that we're gonna be able to be successful in making a hire and managing the partnership in a way that everyone is feeling like they're being productive. So at any level within any organization, people at times get a lot on their plate and may struggle with meeting all their commitments, but our job is to identify, attract, and hire the best talent for our companies. Part of that job is making sure that you assert your voice of leadership, and it could be getting a signature for someone to say, I'm gonna do this, but at the very least communicating in no uncertain terms that you take this very seriously, and we need to have a shared understanding of what it's gonna mean to be successful. So with that, would love to hear what others are doing. Comment below. If you've got templates or forms or approaches to doing this type of work, please do share. And until next time, happy recruiting.